Our topic is about GMOs or genetically modified organisms. We chose this topic because about 80% of the food we consume contains GMOs, so it is important to learn about what we are putting into our bodies. Genetically modified organisms or GMOs are a topic of interest because it shows how scientists can alter DNA and create organisms that would otherwise not be created in nature. GMOs can be used to alter plant, animal, bacteria, and viral genes. GMOs are not considered to be safe by many developed nations, but the US government has approved them. Unfortunately, GMOs are not labeled due to the powerful biotech lobby, which has succeeded in keeping this information from the public, so people have no idea if the food they're consuming has been genetically modified. Because of this, the Non-GMO Project was created to give consumers the information they deserve to have. The Non-GMO Project offers North America's only third-party verification for products produced. Their goal is to make companies label foods containing GMOs so people can decide for themselves if they want to buy the product or not. If more people are aware of what they are putting in their bodies, then maybe they won't buy those products. If this happens, then companies will be forced to stop using GMOs and farmers will stop growing them. Not only do scientists modify food, they also manipulate animal DNA to create hybrids. They can combine two animals that would not reproduce in nature and create a complete different animal. Overall, it is important to learn about how scientists manipulate DNA because it affects us.
Our group's current state of knowledge of genetically modified organisms is that they can be good and bad for us. And some benefits are creating plants that are more resistant to weeds, which makes them last longer, and it also keeps them pest and disease resistant, which is healthier for us. And we also know that some GMOs can make some fruits and vegetables not only last longer, but they give them a better taste. GMOs also allow us to grow fruits and vegetables in a lot more places that we aren't usually able to grow them. And although GMOs benefit us in a lot of ways, they can also be harmful. They can also have some negative effects on us, such as food allergies, increased toxicity and decreased nutritional value, antibiotic resistance, and we even give GMOs to most of our chickens. It makes them bigger in size and gives us more food, but it is bad for the chicken. And since most of our agriculture is dependent on GMOs, there are a lot of GMOs in most of the animals that we eat too, because that is what we are feeding them.
Not only do scientists genetically alter food, but also animals as well. But unfortunately, there are a lot of controversial questions that most people still want answered, such as will there be long term effects on the environment when transgenic or genetically modified organisms are released in the field? Another one, should research be limited or saying is technology becoming dangerous? Are species boundaries hard or should they be viewed as continuum? And what are their consequences? Will there be will these interventions redefine what it means to be normal? Is life becoming man-made? And finally, is it ethical to create carbon copy animal breeds in the future? Controversy begins when people have doubts. The major issues concerning it is development arise from not having enough understanding of the factors and consequences of advancing such technology. People also see it as a health risk due to the fact that altering genomes may have unknown consequences such as new allergens possibly being exposed and or the transferring of antibiotic resistant genes to the natural bacteria that are in humans.
With genetic altering, it is estimated that 70 to 75% of processed foods on grocery store shelves contain genetically modified foods. Some examples include fish, tomatoes, corn, and milk. The benefits of genetic altering are that it reduces the cost of food, reduces the pesticides used, and for those who have defective genes, they can undergo therapy to have their defective genes corrected or cured. Today, researchers are working on the concept of oral vaccines in plants and vegetables as a solution for the spread of disease in underdeveloped countries. This would help to reduce the costs associated with conducting large-scale vaccination campaigns. Currently, researchers are developing plant vaccines in potatoes and lettuce for hepatitis B virus. Although there are many pros to genetic altering, there are also cons. Research shows that food that was genetically altered has resulted in 37 deaths and 1,500 partially paralyzed people. In closing, in this video we have spoken about GMOs, which are genetically modified organisms. We have spoken about what they are, what we know about them, and where they are headed today. We hope that you enjoyed this video and that it was informative and interesting.